Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood vampire witch magic here. Today I'm going over three more books that I've read. They're all by the author of Joanna Penn. Um, the first one was How to Make a Living with Your Writing, Turning Your Words into Multiple Streams of Income, Business for Authors, How to Be an Author Entrepreneur, and Your Author Business Plan. Take your author career to the next level. All right, so who is Joanna Penn? She is a British author. She's a podcaster. I believe her podcast is called The Creative Pen. She's a creative entrepreneur. She writes nonfiction books for authors, and she also writes fiction books under JF Penn. The three books I read are from a nonfiction series. I think there's 17, I want to say, maybe 15 in the series. I could be remembering wrong. The purpose of these books is to help writers understand the business of being a professional writer. All right, so How to Make a Living with Your Writing talked about how writing is an intellectual property. So your book isn't just a one-off sale. It's an asset that you can build on. You can think long term, such as series or different formats, global rights, and obviously licensing rights if it does really well, things like that. Discusses how there can be multiple streams of income from your books, not just from book sales, but you could also do courses, speaking, have affiliate income, memberships, merch, other, and there's also different formats of the book itself, which would create multiple income streams. Goes over your publishing options and your strategy for how you want to publish your book, and your author brand, what your platform is, your audience, and building that and making sure that's all coherent. As for business for authors, that talks about becoming an author entrepreneur and shifting your mindset from I'm just writing books to running a business based on writing, if that's what you want to do. It also discusses the multiple income streams that you can have from that. It goes over who you're going to need in your team. It goes over the type of people that you'll need to hire to help you along this process, and make sure that your legal and financial infrastructure is set up properly. It discusses things like marketing, your brand, why it matters, and knowing who your customers are, who's going to read your books, and marketing towards that specifically. Also discuss different marketing tactics and strategy. It discusses the need for a business plan and making choices and viewing this as a long game, not a quick hit, because this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme after all. And it goes over the financials, knowing your numbers, revenue, profit, costs, royalties, rights, paying yourself, and monitoring what works, tracking your results, and scaling. And then finally, your author business plan is about obviously writing your business plan. It kind of walks you through different steps of that and gives you a couple examples at the back of the book of business plans that have been written. Goes over the business summary and big picture goals, such as defining your why, which is why you're writing, what you want your business to enable you to have. Why are you doing this, basically? Articulating your core values, what matters most to you, so you can use those to guide your decisions. Identifying who you serve, such as your target audience, and what they want. Defining what you'll say no to set clear boundaries so you don't spread yourself too thin, because that will happen. And then it also goes over production, products, and services, such as planning your product line, whether that just be books in all the different formats, whether it's going to be fiction or nonfiction, other types of income, defining your production process, and choosing a publishing and licensing strategy, whether that's self-publishing or traditional, how to manage your rights, and global distribution. goes over marketing strategy and author ecosystem, which is basically your ecosystem's like your website, email list, social media, podcast, videos, all those things, all your platforms. Um, it talks about needing to think strategically, not your marketing plan should support your long-term goals. Knowing your reader's journey, how they found you, how they prefer to buy books, how they become repeat customers, and direct to reader channels, selling via your own site or store, or leveraging assets such as books, courses, and membership to nurture your audience. It also goes over the financials and business infrastructure, which is basically like your mindset, recognizing that you are running a business and that you need, and fixing how you view that, your revenue model, you're estimating your income streams and defining your financial goals, your cost model, basically identifying how much it's going to cost you, your marketing costs, your overhead, and your plan to make a profit, paying yourself. You need to have a plan for that as well as reinvestment in your growth. And remember, and then also a timeline and implementation, which is remembering that your plan is a living document. You can review, adjust, evolve it as your business changes, coming up with actionable steps to reach your goals rather than just going, oh, this is the goal, and not having any plan to get there. Prioritizing, since obviously all of us have only a limited amount of time. So we need to do the most impactful actions first, and monitor your progress, because you need to know what's working, what isn't, and so you can adjust the business as needed. All right, so my personal takeaways for this is that it's okay to start where you are. It's okay that my plan isn't perfect yet. I can build on it step by step as I grow. My writing is more than a hobby. I'm allowed to take it seriously, just like my YouTube channel and everything. I've been setting aside writing blocks and video blocks and working on my website blocks because these things matter, and they are important to me. My why doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be simple. Because, I don't know. I think the question of what is your why feels daunting because we think it needs to be this big, meaningful thing. And it really can just be something as simple as I just want to do this for my family, or like I just want to have more freedom, etc. I can revisit and adjust if something stops working. Pivoting's always an option. That small steps count. Every little bit I do, whether it's posting something, planning my next project, or writing, or working on making products for my site, it's building my future business, and that my energy matters. Taking care of myself is part of running my business, so when I need to rest, that's part of the plan, because after all, if it's in a creative business, you are the most important asset. All in all, I really enjoyed all three of these books. It did take me a little while to get through them all, because I was only really committing an hour a day to read them and actually like reflect on them. So, but they were pretty good. I would recommend them to anyone who's wanting to start a creative business, especially one centered around writing or that has writing implements in it, because it'll really help you figure out how you want to do that. Anyway, that'll be it for this one, guys. Go out and spread the love, because love always wins. Bye.